Welcome to Ghana's biggest discussion. Today's big discussion is, what is going on with Ghanaian funerals? Have they become too extreme, and is it time to tone them down? Funerals in Ghana have now become something of a spectacle. Around the world they are known for their extravagance, over-the-top flamboyant events that last over several days. Extreme coffins are being made that are supposed to represent the person who's within them. These can range from tools for a mechanic or an aeroplane for a pilot. Is Ghana nearing a situation where it idolises and invests more in the dead rather than the living? All these questions need to be answered on Ghana's biggest discussion. Right, just before we start, Ghana's biggest discussion is a YouTube channel where we have honest discussions about issues and events impacting on Ghana life and discuss ways to improve those issues for a better Ghana. Use the comments section below to voice your opinion and get involved in Ghana's biggest discussion. Or alternatively, email your comments to ghanabd@outlook.com and we'll post them for you. And make sure you press that subscribe button to receive topics as soon as they are released. Get involved and do it now. As always, the discussion isn't only limited to people in Ghana. No matter who you are, get involved. Right on to today's topic, which is funerals in Ghana. Funerals in Ghana have now become something of a spectacle. Around the world they are known for their extravagance, over-the-top flamboyant events that last several days. There are now reports of people in Ghana calling for a Monday to Thursday working week. They are wanting an extra day off not to spend time with their families, attend church or help their communities, but so people can attend more funerals or have funerals that run Friday through to Sunday. So what's the big deal about a funeral in Ghana? Are they a good way to remember our friends and family who have passed away? Or are they simply an excuse to get drunk and have a party at the expense of a mourning family who are under pressure to put on a show not to shame their name? There's also the big elephant in the room. That means the obvious thing that no one wants to mention, but I will. The cost. The average cost of a funeral is reaching in the region of 10,000 cedis, which is about $5,000. To some of you it doesn't sound like much. However, when you take into account that the average household income in Ghana is just over 1,000 cedis, then you can see how much of an impact this has on families of Ghana. That's 10 times what some will earn in a year. They're expected to put on such an event, but how on earth are they expected to pay for it? It plunges the family into debt at their time of suffering. It now also gives them additional financial pressures to deal with. Is it time to curb this freakish tradition of overspending? I can think of several other ways such money could be better spent. How about educating our children or grandchildren, or donations to the community or those in need, or even investing in something that will help your family for a long time, such as housing? But no, instead they're being spent on lavish, expensive coffins, huge parties, and they become something of a real fashion statement, where people are attending in extremely expensive clothing. Why do you need to buy new clothes for a funeral? For what purpose? And yes, it is true, people travel a long way to attend such funerals. However, why is it in return they expect the mourning family to put on lavish food, music and extravagance? Well, I say, how about you travelled that distance to mourn the person who passed away and show your respect instead of expecting your stomach to be filled? Are funerals really the supermarkets where you can have everything, where you can mourn a passing person, show off your wealth, have a great party, get drunk, and while you're at it, why not find love? Because that's what some Ghanaians are doing. But ask yourself, is a funeral really the most appropriate place to look for your future partner? A lot of Ghana is of Christian belief, so I ask, why hasn't the church done more to address this? Surely it is against what Christians stand for: gluttony, greed and lust. These are all issues that take place at these events. If Christians believe it's your spirit that rises, why on earth do you need a ridiculously expensive casket or shoe coffin or even a fish coffin to leave the world in? There have been reports that the church has banned the requirement of new clothing to attend a funeral, so this makes me think they are aware of the problem. But why not go further? Why not state that you must have a simple funeral and leave the world with what you came into it with? Or if I've got it completely wrong, please tell me. Are funerals at the heart of Ghanaian culture and should be celebrated? We should have a 4-day working week as it suits Ghanaian culture and not that of the Western world. Should I accept that it's tradition and culture that people spend money on hiring advertising billboards to advertise funerals and spend money on hiring people to come and cry at a funeral for a price? Have funerals in Ghana become entertainment, and should I accept Ghana as a culture that is more fixated on death rather than living? You tell me. So this is Ghana's biggest discussion today. What is going on with Ghanaian funerals? Have they become too extreme, and is it time to tone them down? Once again, please use the comment section below to voice your opinion, or email me at ghanabd@outlook.com. Please like the video if you think it's a worthwhile debate, and please don't forget to subscribe.